Alright, so this is my next project. I think I may have mentioned it in the previous video about the fact that the way that, since I have a dirt driveway, I can't obviously get all of the snow off the driveway, but I really would like to get a little bit more snow off the driveway. Normally, with snow pushers, you put a rubber mat or something behind the and I'm spacing on what this is called. Scraper bar, blade, whatever. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a piece of baler belt. So I went to the farm store this morning and I bought 8 feet of 7-ply baler belt. It was on sale. I looked at getting like a 3/4 inch stall mat or something like that. But then I would have to replace the bolts on the bar. Wow, I can't remember. I don't know why I can't come up with that name. So I really don't want to replace the bolts. There are 10 bolts in total. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 on the end, 9, 10. So what I'm going to do is we've got about probably 3/4 of an inch to inch of clearance there. And what happens is the snow, it just, if you don't have a whole lot of snow on the driveway, all it's going to do is just kind of, just basically all this thing's going to do is level it out. And so hopefully by installing this, I actually get a little bit more snow, or I leave a little less snow on the driveway. At least that's the plan. We're going to see if it works. Our eventual goal is to pave the driveway. Since we live on a paved road, it makes sense to pave the driveway. But that is quite a ways away because of the expense of paving a driveway. So I'm going to get some measurements here. This will probably be a reasonably short video. I'm not going to show a whole lot of me doing the work because, it's just a matter of punching some holes in the material there and mounting it up. But I got to run the air line back here so I can get the moldboard, maybe a moldboard. Get the moldboard off. I still don't think that's right. And get it up in the air. That way I can work on it. That is a heavy piece of metal there. So obviously, I probably, when I go put it back on, I'll lower it down a little bit. Maybe come up with some type of rigging system. Because I don't know if I can lift that all by myself, but we will see once I get it off. So I'll work on that, and once I get everything set up, we'll come back and work on this, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, so I got the cutting edge off of, that's the word I was looking for earlier, cutting edge. I got the cutting edge off of the pusher, and it is now sitting up here on top of the pusher, because I figured this is probably the best workspace since I got to lay it all out. Before I took it off, I did some measuring. I need about 1.25 inch overhang of the baler belt over this edge right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it all set up. This cutting edge is, I don't know, it's probably 100 pounds or so. It's a little tough to move around. And then what I'm going to do is, after I do that, I may actually flip it over and put this on the back, face down, and then we'll see how I do it the best. And then what I will do is I will go ahead and mark the holes just with a silver Sharpie. Got a silver Sharpie that I'll use to mark the holes, and then I'll come back in and cut them out. I haven't decided how I'm going to cut them out. Either use a utility knife or a drill. Try either one. I don't know. Never done it before. So I will get to work on that, and then the big challenge is actually going to be putting the cutting edge back on because it weighs a lot, and it will take quite a bit of effort to set it up there and get it all up there, get the bolts in and everything. Once I get 2 bolts in, I'll be fine. But it should be a little interesting. To show you how rough our driveway is, you can see the dents and dings already in the blade. That is from the one time, must hit something big right there. That is from the one time that I used it with the with the skids all the way up on the cutting edge. I just wanted to see exactly how much dirt would come off. I actually didn't use it but about 5 minutes like that. Yeah, that's certainly not a way to do it. I just wanted to see what it would look like. So I'll get to work on this, and hopefully we got about 3 inches of snow today again. And if I can get this done before dark, I will go ahead and head out and try it out, or at least attempt to. Hopefully I don't have to kick this cutting edge back off and things like that, but I don't think I would. So anyway, back to work. All done. It's actually a little bit longer than I anticipated, so that I'm gonna definitely have to pay attention to that. I was expecting to curl around the blade just a little bit, so it is a little longer than I anticipated, but I think that's fine. If anything, it'll help, keep the snow in, and it's something that's, I'm sure that cutting edge right there is less than, I spent like $55 on the baler belt, and I'm sure that cutting edge is more than that. So yeah, I suppose we get to try it out now. Getting that cutting edge back on is quite a task. I am sure that tomorrow, the cutting edge, like I said, weighs probably 90, 100 pounds, something like that. So I had to get some pry bars and everything, bunch of wood blocks and everything to hold it up. And then actually I kind of stair-stepped up to the size bolts or the original bolts that were in it. I used screwdrivers and I used some larger bolts and just lined everything up as I went. Worked pretty good. All total, it took me about an hour to do it. The cutting out the baler belt actually did not take nearly as long as I thought. I did it with a utility knife. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this part of it. And the next part of the video, or the next video, will be using it. Because we have about 3 inches of snow on the ground that I need to move. So I'm going to go get the tractor started and get it warmed up. And then the next video in a couple days will be me moving snow with the rubber edge on.